Okay, look. Thank you for watching Kiki Allen. Blah, 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 blah. I have a serious topic to talk about, even though I'm laughing right now because I just can't believe it happened. But, okay, so let me get into it. The other night, I was in Norfolk, and this is about rape. I was in Norfolk, and basically, I met this guy, whatever. I was on the beat. And I got in the car, and he wanted to hook up or whatever. And basically, I can be adventurous at times. So, he asked me, could he get some of my, let's say, vaginas, which would be my derriere. And I only do that on occasion. Like the last time I had anal sex was like a long time ago, like a year and some change. So it's very, it's not nothing that I stick with unless I'm in a relationship, and then I try to be committed to it. But other than that, it just really doesn't happen. So he was like, "Can I get some of that?" And I was like, "No." He was like, "But it's so fat," and I was like, "No." And he was like, "Well, what do you do?" So we got into what we did, blah blah blah. So long story short, because I make these stories very long. We get to like this. It wasn't a alley, but it was something like an alley. It was like in between two buildings, and it was like a fence that had the barbed wire around it. So I get out there, and I'm used to doing crazy stuff. Like it's been times when I've been walking down the street, and like a guy picked me up, and like I sucked this stuff from outside of the car, like during broad daylight, and I thought he was gonna pull out the gun, but it was his penis. So a lot of stuff I'm used to. It's like it's normal to me. So I was like, okay, well this is kind of normal. So it was really really cold. He lifted up the hood of his car, and he wanted me to lay, like actually lay across the hood of the car, meaning under the hood, and spread my legs. So I didn't feel comfortable doing that. So I was like, I don't really feel comfortable doing that. So he was like, I have this thing, like I like playing doctor. So he goes and pulls out his gloves. And it's actually gloves like you wear at a doctor's office or whatever. So I was like, well, people have their fetishes and stuff, latex, and I could understand with that. I kind of like a little bit of whips, okay? So he pulls out the gloves, and I was feeling uncomfortable, and I never really feel uncomfortable in any situation. So he pulls out the gloves, and he puts on some lube, and he was like, "I'm just gonna stand here and jack off," and I was like, "Okay, that's fine, you could do that," because people have done that before. You stand there, jack off, you look at the butt, and then you can't bother blah. So he goes and he grabs, he starts lubing it up, and he takes the glove and he inserts it in my area. And yes, I'm getting graphic, and I was like, okay, that kind of felt good. So he was down there doing his thing, but I felt like that he could have killed me at the time because I was like, I'm on the dock alley, a fence here. He lifted up the hood of the car. He had on like this mask thing, and gloves. I was like, he could choke me. He could take that hood and just bam, just knock it down on my head, and I'm gonna be out for the count. And I was like, I can't be having that happen. So he had put on a condom, and he had told me earlier that even when he jack off, he used a condom. Somebody jacked him off, he used a condom. And I was like, because I'm kind of dumb. I ain't gonna lie. I'm very Jessica Simpson. So when I was in the car, and I love you, Jessica Simpson. I was in the car, and I was like, oh, a glove? Okay, that's cool. You use a glove. I'm just kind of airheaded. And he actually said something in the car, and it completely went over my head. And I was like, that's that Jessica Simpson in me. And I guess he picked up on that. So he was like, okay. So he jacking on, and next time he kept telling me to bend down and get under the hood and bend down, and I was like, because he ain't gonna pull that. I done seen on TV when they take the hood and bam, I would have been out cold. Okay, with a string. I mean, this nigga was big and tall. And look at me, I'm big and tall. I was sitting like, hey, hey, but he was big and tall, like actually like big and tall. I'm just a mess. So he was like, bend down, baby, something. I was like, okay, whatever. Y'all, this nigga took, so he had his hand up there. Next thing I know, y'all, he took me and grabbed me by my hips and just like, I was like, that was his finger. I was like, okay. This nigga took me and just put his dick in my ass. Like just put his penis in my, area. And I was like, oh my God. Like it was something that you see on TV, because when you say no, that means no. And when somebody does what you say no, that means that they're raping you, okay? That's my term, definition of it. This nigga had me so scared, y'all. I said, okay, should I scream? Should I fight back? What should I do? I was like, but I was like, I'm out here in the dark alley. I was like, a fence here. He got on gloves. He could choke me, knock my head off with the hood. I said, I'm going to play cool. So I just played my way through it, because they say, you got to play along. So he was like, yeah. He was like, I got to get this. I got to go in deep. And it was kind of hurting. Like, it was actually hurting. Like, not kind of. It was hurting, okay? Because I'm like, so he was like, yeah, don't move, don't move. Every time you move, you're making me. And I was like, oh my God, what should I do? Because I really didn't know what to do. And then he was just like doing it. And I was like, I don't know if he's going to kill me or what. But I had to hop out. I said, get off me. I said, just take me home. I wasn't even at home. I was in Norfolk. I said, just take me to the bus stop. Just get me away from him. He said, I pay you. I pay you $40. I pay you $50. I pay you $60. I pay you $70. I pay for that ass. I pay. And I was like, no. Like, you had sex with me without my consent, which is classifies as rape. And then you thinking that charging or paying me 50, 60 is supposed to make me, no, that doesn't work that way. I was so heated, but I had to play cool, so I got in the car, and I was like, oh, okay, it's cool, we can get up sometime, just drop me off at the bus stop. He was like, I'll drop you off anywhere you want to go. I'll take you home. I was like, no. So this nigga take me to the bus stop, because I'm like Cinderella. After 12:20, when I'm in Norfolk, if I don't catch that bus back home, I'm stuck in Norfolk. So I was like, okay. I get to the bus stop. I get to the bus stop just as the bus is leaving. Now, do you know this nigga sees the bus? So I said stop. He will not stop. Then he stops and keep going. Then he turns into the bus area. So I was like, oh, I can't turn in here. Do you know in the middle of him driving, opened up that car door, got out that car and ran. I had to make it look like I was running to the bus to catch it, even though I had already missed it. I ran and hid behind like this fence and this building thingy. He was riding by, kept calling me from a private number. He knew he was guilty because he kept calling me from a private number, y'all. Girl, I was scared, boots. Let me check my time. Okay, 6 minutes. This is a pretty long one, but I was scared. And it was crazy, and I have to go right now because I don't want to keep... Well, you know what? Here, I could do a long video for once in my life, but it was crazy. And, y'all, I just want to say be careful. Whoever you have sex with, whatever the case may be, just be careful. Make sure you check your surroundings. If you do not feel comfortable, go. Because I did not feel comfortable, so I left. But, y'all, I have to go because my time is going to run out, but just be careful. Luckily, he used a condom. It was scary, and just make sure with whoever you meet, just make sure you have some type of protection with you. And just if the situation don't feel right, do not do it, because I knew that I felt like my life was in danger and it was scary. And I'm retiring from the beat, but I get into the beat later because some of y'all may not know what the beat is, but I get into that later. But just thank you for watching and just be careful. Just be careful. Know your surroundings. Know who you're with, and just don't. If you feel something here, just go with it, okay? And that's it. So thank you for watching. Bye.